Welcome to this edition of At the Mic. I'm your host, Keith Malinak, and I want to mentally prepare Brad Staggs to go on right now. Ready, Brad? Put your pants. I'm looking at you down here on the screen here. Got your pants on. Very good. All right, here we go. There's Brad Staggs, who I just promoted on my X page, at Keith Malinak. You are now suddenly an expert Cold War analyst. Real Brad Staggs.
I love being an expert Cold War analyst.
Real Brad Staggs from thedailymojo.com. So that's why you're on today. Aren't you excited? I just learned that
Winston Churchill gave a speech in Missouri. Who knew?
Yes, I believe that after World War II, he may have already been kicked out of office. I'm not sure. But he was hanging out there with Truman, matter of fact.
And he was that was the event that got the Cold War started. Well, didn't get it started.
Oh, that's where he first used that phrase, right?
Yeah.
Yes. See, I told you. Ladies and gentlemen, I know what I'm talking about. We have our resident expert Cold War analyst, the Brad Staggs. How you doing? You doing all right over there?
Well, I was just trying to remember but it was analysis and therapist. That's what it was. Remember back when the show was good, Arrested Development.
Oh yeah.
Anal rapist.
And then they brought it back, and it just wasn't the same. In fact, if I remember correctly, when they brought it back, it was on network television, which might have had something to do with it.
And then I saw an interview with David Cross with Bill Maher, and it was
Did it ruin it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah,
really
I hate it when that happens. So, first of all, a lot of links have come in from. And I'm surprised by that. And Mary, thank you so much for your
she's quite contrary
participation in sending Cold War stuff, spy fun stuff, which a lot of this will draw from Mary Carruthers. But a lot of you sent stuff, so thank you for that.
Did you ask her how her garden grows?
I have not. Which, by the way, is my favorite album of all time. How Does Your Garden Grow by Better Than Ezra.
Silver shells
it's right
silver
up there
bells and cockle shells.
Yeah.
And pretty maids all in a row.
I mean, nobody asked, and this has nothing to do with the Cold War show, but How Does Your Garden Grow by Better Than Ezra, The Connells Ring, and U2 Achtung Baby, my three favorite albums of all time. Although Girlfriend by Matthew Sweet has a special place in my heart. But
what about the Go-Go's? Come on.
Not in my top 3 or 900.
Uh-huh. That's not what I think about when I look at you. That's all.
Okay.
That's
so, okay. This came out of discussions that we've had about certain things and around the Cold War and spies and whatnot, and thought we need to do a show. We need to do a Wednesday wildcard show. That is the place for this kind of show. Oh, speaking of the Cold War era, I am so excited for tomorrow's deep dive, which will focus on the JFK assassination and CIA and all sorts of fun stuff. LBJ, we're going to get into it all. We've got a couple of great guests that I cannot wait to introduce you to. And one worked for the CIA on November 22nd, 1963. Yeah, still around. Yeah. And then another one is a member of the board over here at the 6th Floor Museum, where Kennedy was shot from, wink, wink, here in Dallas. So, tomorrow, tune in at this time, 24 hours from now. Okay, so Brad's
before
here.
that, the 6th Floor Museum,
Yeah.
they didn't always have that
Texas
glass wall up there.
That's what I've heard.
And I swear I went up there when before that wall was up there.
Oh, wow. How long has it been up there?
That's what I'm... the first time I went, I thought I remembered it not being there, but maybe I'm wrong. But
no, I've heard that.
I swore you could walk right over to the window.
What he's referring to is they have the sniper's nest for Lee Harvey Oswald, the assassin. And and you could walk right up and see down to the...
On that window.
Plaza. Yeah, right there. And now they've got plexiglass far back from it, and you're just kind of like, eh. You can't even see down to the road, really. You can see the treetop, I think, if I remember correctly. Am I wrong about that?
There's another window you can see out,
Yeah,
but it's not
but it's
that
not at the
window.
sniper's-
It's a different angle.
Off
But
to the right.
I remember walking up to that window, and when you walk up to that window, that is the dumbest thing I would ever. No one would take that shot. That's stupid.
Yeah, you would have done it over there if you were the sniper.
You would have done it when he was coming right at you.
Right at you. Yes. Thank you, because it's on a corner.
Uh-huh.
And he's coming this way.
It's a hairpin
But you're supposed
turn.
to believe that he's going to take the shot once he gets past him.
Yeah.
Bullcrap. The
Makes
people
no
that were
sense.
taking the shots when he was past him were down here at Dealey Plaza, hanging around the train yard and maybe even the sewer.
Yep.
That's what this book right here, firsthand knowledge. This guy, man, this is tomorrow's show already. This guy, how I participated in the CIA mafia murder of President Kennedy, and this guy here, Robert Morrow, he bought the rifles and designed the special radios with the special frequencies, not realizing what he had done until it was after the fact.
Oof.
Anyway.
That's gotta keep you up at night.
Yeah, he didn't die. He passed away in the 90s. And in fact, I read that book before I saw JFK by Oliver Stone. And when I read that book, I said, when I went back and watched Oliver Stone, after I read this book, see at the very end of it, it says something like I discovered somewhere along the line in the timeline here, I discovered that he was a consultant for Oliver Stone. And so when I went and I watched the movie, you could tell that he was consulted on that. So anyway, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about some fun spy gadgets. Like one of the things you texted me about was the acoustic kitty.
Right, and it's too bad she's not here today. But that was one of the. Wasn't that? And sorry, I was looking over here. I have the turtle ready. That's what I was.
Oh, did you want me? Because I was about to put the kitty cat up.
You can put the kitty cat up there, but
I don't know if that's the actual kitty cat.
This right here. This was when we were in the Cold War. That was the. We had the turtle.
They had the turtle.
That was that was the face of the Cold War, because
hold on,
remember if they were going to bomb us, what were you supposed to do?
Stop, drop, and roll. No, duck and cover.
Duck and cover. And that's what they told us all that they were going to do.
Oops,
Remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends, because every one of us must remember to do the same thing. That's what this film is all about. Duck and cover. Paul and Patty know this. No matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes then.
Right then.
It's a bomb. Duck and cover.
Oh, look at he's so chivalrous.
They'll be right there. And then they lived for many, many years after the atomic bomb went off right next to them, and they ducked and covered so they were alive. And that was what we were all living under.
Yeah, I did
during
this.
the Cold War.
I remember doing this in school in the 80s, as a matter of fact. And, we had a conversation recently. Was that on the Friday Live? I don't even remember. I do so many of these damn shows. I don't even know which is which anymore. But, and you know the feeling. Yeehoo does a morning show 5 days a week at thedailymojo.com. Saturday morning live with Jeff Fisher at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Is that his name?
Stags. I don't know.
All this time I've been calling him Tom.
Oh, that's awkward, bro. You think he'll notice when you start calling him Jeff?
I feel bad now.
Uh-huh. But there was a guy who survived 2 atomic bombs. Both Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He was in the wrong places at the wrong times.
Oh, that guy. That's right. I remember him. Yeah, that was, that was, you've got to think, man, what choices have I been making in my life?
And he lived forever. Well, he eventually died. Just a few years. It wasn't.
He had to have been going, what in the hell have I done wrong in my life that I'm in both places at the right time or at the wrong time?
Yeah, and I'm still a little upset that we targeted a church steeple in Nagasaki and therefore eliminated the largest Christian city in Japan. But
it was the easiest thing to see.
So what? Anyhow, let's see. Let's see. We got more of Paul and Patty and the brick wall there, or is that it? Are we done?
Oh, you want to see the rest of it? Yeah, no, that's.
How long is this? That's what she said.
It's
Sundays,
30
holidays,
more seconds.
Vacation time. We must be ready every day, all the time, to do the right thing.
Because you
if
don't
the atomic bomb explodes. Duck
Damn
and
roosters.
cover. That's the first thing to do. Duck and cover. First, you duck, and then you cover. You duck and cover tight. Duck and cover under the table. It's a bomb. Duck and cover.
He did what we all must learn to do. You and you and you and you. Duck and cover.
You know, the thing is,
Oh, go back. Go
they
back.
all
I need you to
agreed.
Go back.
They'll agree, but go back to what?
Go back because Born Genius says.
We must be ready every day.
No, go back. Go back to. She says Paul didn't protect Patty. That's not how I saw it. Let me see. Let me see this. I got it now. I'm a little concerned that my eyes are failing me. Let's see here.
They go,
Does he
or
not-
what they do.
Does he not put
They
himself?
always try to remember
Put her
what to
between
do
him and the wall?
if the atom bomb explodes right then. It's a bomb. Duck
Oh.
and cover.
Oh no!
Oh, what a
he-
son
he-
of a bitch!
He went straight for the wall himself. He's
What?
like, You're
She
on
can't
your
even
own.
get down because that SOB beat her to the wall.
Well, Patty had been going out on him with Tom. And so he's like, you know what? Die.
Wow. Wow.
They were tough back in the 50s.
Back in the 50s.
Back in the 50s. But remember, this is when the big difference then and now is the government cared about us then. Look, they told us
Yes.
how to protect ourselves, and
Yeah.
they wanted us to be happy, and they wanted us to be healthy, and they gave us these tips, these keys to success for when the world was going to end, and ways that we could stay alive and continue to be loyal servants to them.
Yeah.
And everybody got along. Beautiful.
Yeah, and in fact, today, where they shot that, you don't know this, and I'm enlightening you and the audience here. That building is now known as the Quality Leering Center. You have Somalis that are collecting checks. And,
Yes.
and in fact, the hospital just across the street, again, you can't see, right there, the number one name for new babies is Muhammad. But this is the 50s. That's quaint and old, and
It's a beautiful world
that's old think back then.
for you and for me.
Duck and cover.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about Project Acoustic Kitty. Do you have some information on the Acoustic Kitty, or what do you got there?
Yeah, just the cats, and it would be, except for the fact that it didn't work. But
Well,
it was a good idea because
before-
why not have cats with microphones
Yeah,
in them?
so
And
surgically implanted a microphone into the cat, and then the tail was an antenna,
Yep.
and they sent it on its way to go and do some spying. And what happened, Brad?
Well, it was really sad when the one that was in D.C. sadly met the front end of a taxi and was killed. Because how did they not know beforehand that cats had unpredictable behavior?
Right. Yeah. You need to get a loyal dog. Like, give a gift as a puppy. It shows up in a basket somewhere, and maybe at the Russian diplomat or whatever, he'd never have any idea that there was a microphone or an antenna or anything in there. But the poor cat died, and I bet a Soviet was driving that cab.
And they only made one of them, and I guess that was the one because
Right. They were like, oh, well, that doesn't work.
Did the cat? It's still, I guess, controversial as to whether or not the cat threw himself in front of the taxi.
Oh, he's like, I'm not a spy, damn you.
Right. Although the antenna in the tail was a good idea. It was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
How they
But
connected it? How'd they connect it to the microphone? Is my question.
Huh.
And did they make another incision, or did they just
Okay, just two things. It took me 7 minutes of showtime today before I remembered to take we'll start at 3 p.m. Eastern banner. So it was 3:07 when I took it off. And I'm just catching up on the chat. And I'm so grateful for Mary and the report of the volume level for both of us being raw. Look at that. Bravo. She said, oh, by the way. Let me just, everyone can eavesdrop on a private conversation that I'm about to have with Brad. Hey, Brad, remember how I said that Rush that you were playing for us before the show was just blaring in my ears? And you're like, I've got it really low. Yeah, I had my volume cranked on this end.
Huh. Weird.
Just the volume. So it was just like, I was the only person that could hear how loud and distorted it was.
Weird.
How much are Rush tickets going on this tour with the chick drummer?
They're only $400. So if you are rich and if money is coming out of Orify, where they may have run the antenna for the cat, then you can afford to go see Rush. But otherwise, stick to YouTube.
Okay.
And she's
No-
awesome, but
Yeah.
Geddy Lee cannot. I want him to hit the high notes. I want him to. I'd like him to hit the right key, but it's. And he's always been a little. I mean, Rush has always had that.
Yeah.
But
I will say that I am the only person in the entire world that says that Roll the Bones, an album from the early '90s, is Rush's greatest album.
no, you're not the only one. There's some other
I
tard
love
out
it
there that
so
thinks
much.
the same thing.
So wait. I'm sorry. You dropped off. there.
Somebody else. I'm sure that there's a lot of people that feel that way. A lot of people. I'm sure that feel that.
So I don't have. Unfortunately, I don't have this. Maybe you can look for this while I babble here. Just Google something along the lines of Russian gift.
that plaque?
Bug. Yeah, it's a plaque. Would they give it to the CIA or something? I forget now. But look, there's the microphone, there's the bug, and it took them years to find this thing buried inside a plaque of some sort, like you said. How could you be this stupid? I mean, I think our government has always been stupid.
They were smart enough to tell everybody to duck and cover.
Yeah.
And then hang one of these in the whose office do they hang it in?
Yeah, wait, scroll back up. Yeah, look at this American seal. It is a gift from us, comrade.
Is the fact that it's
7
red
years.
an indication?
7 years.
What
was it? At the
in the
CIA?
study at the Spazzo House, which served at the residence of the ambassador. Was it the ambassador to Russia?
You would want to put it there since they're going to always be talking about Russia, right?
Right. It's just plus it's who made it?
What year was this? What administration? Eisenhower, I think.
It was 1945. End of World War II.
Truman. Wait, what part of 45? I want to know who to be pissed at, right?
Summer of 45. That's what it says. Summer of 45.
Oh, it does. I thought you were getting into like a song. Like
You asked me, and you asked me a question. I gave you the answer.
You did. So we got
Almost like you don't trust me to give you the answer to a question. Mm-hmm. I'm not the boy who cried wolf.
Project Iceworm. Okay.
Did you say ice whore?
No, Ice Worm.
Oh.
Although, that's interesting. It was a U.S. project to build a nuclear
wife.
missile launch site
What?
under
say?
Greenland. Under Greenland.
See,
I mean,
even
right.
that. It's not even green. It's icy.
Okay,
Greenland is icy and Iceland is green.
Don't get hung up on that. Okay.
Why? That's actually part of the whole.
I understand.
That's the lore of governments trying to keep people out of their land.
Yeah, I mean that's where it goes back. They made the maps and they didn't want people to know about how awesome it was.
Yep.
So they're like, no, this place.
We call this land shit land. Don't come here. Over here is heaven land, and you gotta. It's like.
So they were gonna bore a. Listen to this. The plan was to bore a 2,500-mile long tunnel system underneath the ice, with the help of 200 or so engineers who were accommodated in an underground city. This is gonna. By the 1960s, the challenges of the project convinced the U.S. to abandon it. See, if we hadn't have, we would own it today.
Or why didn't they just call Elon Musk? He could have drilled the hole for him.
Well, because I don't know that he was
Are you saying
around.
Yeah, he's always been around.
I love this. See, you got to be careful of your. This stuff is intertwined everywhere. As a result of climate change, the melting ice has exposed iceworm's toxic past. Okay, I can't. I know, man. I know.
Well, the climate does. Well, to be fair, the climate does change.
Hold on. This just reminded me of something. I forgot. I got busy. I pulled up somewhere, and I forgot to finish my my correspondence. There's a drafted email halfway done to Reuters about. I took a picture. I was telling them in this thing. I said, "Hey, for some reason on my Android Auto, your Reuters radio popped up, and I thought, oh, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I know that they're biased, but I'll give it a shot." And so the little bar.
Biased. I thought you said I know that they're buying us, and I thought,
No, they're biased in their presentation, and
Yeah.
so I listened to about 4 minutes of it, and I took a picture of this to show where the bar got, how I almost got to the end of this like 5-minute deal, and they mixed in some bullshit like this on climate change.
It does exist. It's just
I got
not
it.
the way
I got it. But I mean, it was a report about. It was something like this. It was so unnecessary.
Yes, it's just them turning the knife.
And so I took a picture, and I was starting to tell the management because.
But they don't care.
My name is Karen, and I need to speak to your manager, Reuters.
Yeah, they don't care.
No, they don't.
Non-profit.
That might be why I didn't know. Reuters, absolutely not.
You sure?
Nope, but absolutely not.
Reuters is not a nonprofit. Who am I thinking of? There's a nonprofit. One of the arms.
Yeah, well, I got news for you. Most media companies are involuntarily nonprofits.
Yeah, that is the truth. What is the Times Reuters Foundation? That's the nonprofit arm of Reuters.
Okay. Have you heard of? Do you have anything you want to share before I go to the next one?
No, you were talking about the ice tunnels, and it was what was the? I missed the point of the ice tunnel because I was thinking of the Boring Company and Elon Musk and all that.
You.
But they got bored.
They
got drilled.
It was too tough. The challenges of the project convinced the U.S. to abandon it.
Why were they going to do it?
Because of stuff.
They just wanted to drill a tunnel under the ice, and that's it?
They wanted to drill a missile launch site under Greenland's ice sheet. And then I think they were going to have a tunnel system around the whole enclave. They were going to build this underground city.
So that we couldn't find out where they were going to be launching the missiles from.
I've got to think.
Most likely. I mean, that's why why else would you put them underground? I mean, like that, under the ice.
Yeah.
So that you couldn't. But I was thinking we didn't really have satellites, although we had the U-2, not the band, the plane.
Oh, good point. Jonathan's got a great point. Maybe they abandoned it.
Right.
Maybe that's why we need to get back there, because we don't want to tell the world, Greenland, we have to get back there. Don't you remember?
We left we left the bag underneath the ice in the stuff, but they never abandoned projects. They just don't tell you about them anymore.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I mean that sincerely. Operation Gold, American and British spies had an audacious plan in 1954 to tunnel under West Berlin. Oh, you mean where Hitler escaped? I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted here. So Allies could install wiretaps and listen in on Soviet headquarter communications with East Germany. And then we had a British traitor, George Blake, told Moscow before construction even started. So
wait, they wanted to drill underneath Germany,
under West Berlin, to eavesdrop into East Berlin. And it doesn't seem like that'd be that difficult if you know what you're doing. If you got an updated map, you should be able to just walk up to the embassy. Am I wrong?
That seems like But
it gets better. This story gets better. You collect your thoughts, because listen to this. The USSR, anxious to protect Blake. I get hung up when I see anxious, because I'm thinking, are they eager to protect him? Maybe they were anxious. They might have been anxious.
They cared about him.
Yeah, they cared. So they allowed Operation Gold to proceed until April 1956, when they accidentally discovered the tunnel. At that point, it was, almost 1,500 feet long. 3,100 tons of soil had been removed. The CIA said intelligence collected during construction more than justified the operation. Okay, sure. Both sides claimed victory. MK Ultra, we know about that. CIA with some mind control experiments.
Well,
we've talked about it. We've had a victim of MK Ultra on the Thursday deep dive here at the mic.
What'd they say?
You have to go and listen to the episode, bro.
Can't even tease me.
He was basically kidnapped as a kid with his parents' full knowledge.
Because the government loved him and wanted him to be happy.
It was almost like a summer camp, like every day.
Like at Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch.
Boy, let's stop for a second. Hang on. Get abused, get a big payout, or your mind is messed up for the rest of your life.
Almost the same thing.
I'm going to Michael Jackson's. At least they have a roller coaster over there.
Well, and the reason that I think that they are all the government is trying to help us, and they want us to be happy. They care. They're altruistic in the things that they do, and the evidence is at the Greenbrier bunker in Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, where we discovered that the bunker that was built there.
No, you keep going because now I'm intrigued. Really intrigued.
The bunker that was being built there, or had been built there, was to protect the Congress and all the people in the government. When we were all out ducking and covering, they were actually going into the underground bunker in West Virginia.
I'm going there.
They cared about us, and that's proof that they built, a bunker for themselves. You can tour it now. It was it 1992, exposed by the Washington Post. So we didn't know about it until 35 years ago.
Wow.
America's most closely guarded Cold War secrets, the underground, and I've never been there, the underground relocation center for the U.S. Congress was in readiness from 62 to 92, complete with House and Senate chambers, dorms, power plant, clinic, cafeteria, even a decontamination area.
I kind of want to go there, bro.
Oh, I think it'd be awesome to see. But it once again proves how altruistic everyone in the government is. And they don't so much think about themselves as they think about how they can screw us.
I'm sorry.
I mean that in a nice sense, in a good screwing. Who doesn't enjoy a good screwing?
Oh, from the government too, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just there's signs everywhere about the trustworthiness of the government. You just have to look for them.
I'm just making a note in my phone. Greenbrier Bunker. I think I might want to go there sometime.
Sounds like a good drink too.
Oh, Greenbrier Bunker. Yes. I'll have a Greenbrier Bunker. Do you have Grey Goose? Okay, yeah, and light ice, please. Yes, thank you.
Or you get it with vodka.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay, so B-58 Hustler was a... the B-58 Hustler was a Mach 2 jet created in the 1950s to deliver nuclear weapons to the Soviet Union. They say it like it's a care package. Hey, here's your nukes. We put a bow on it. The U.S. Air Force wanted to include ejector seats, but how could they test the equipment? Oh, no, I don't like where this is going. I actually didn't preview this one. Because I saw the headline.
They wanted...
Researchers first experimented on the ground with acceleration sleds and recruits from the unemployment lines.
That's the place out in
oh no, I don't like
the Utah desert. That's the rocket sled.
Here we go.
I think.
Then they moved on to chimps before settling on bears. Drugged bears, according to military.com. Oh no, the animals. Oh no, the animals were. I told you. I saw the headline. I was like, huh? Just read it.
You better hope the bear doesn't wake up in the middle of it.
The animals were strapped in and ejected. Oh, none of them died. Some were injured.
Sure, of course not. Right, none of them died. They're all fine.
Trust your government, baby. Some were injured before the program was discontinued. The headline says, Bear Test Pilots. I didn't read this one first. Let's see. A miserable rock 230 miles off the coast of Scotland was a major point of tension between Britain and neighboring Ireland during the Cold War. When you try to explain the violence between Britain and Ireland,
they just need to put their
like
troubles
kids these
away.
days just don't. Oh, look at you! That's a deep thought right there. The troubles. Look at you. So anyway, but when you try to explain, seriously, and I have a point to this babbling. It's like when I try to explain, no, there used to be like violence all the time on the news from over there. Believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
It was back when Nebraska was really good at football. Anyway, and again, these are two things that my kids have no comprehension of. Even though Rockall is only 100 feet wide and uninhabitable.
Wait, hold on. Have you moved on from the ejector seats already?
Oh, yeah. Would you want me to put something
no. The ejector seats, we drove right by the Hurricane Mesa test facility. That's right next to our friend Ellen's place to possibly get near it, maybe.
Okay, so this is a funny story, and I'm sorry for a little personal aside here, but if I don't say this to Brad now, I'll never remember to tell him this. What is so wild, Brad Staggs, my mom used to live out in St. George, Utah. And so she and I went to this little mountain place way up. I mean, where the temperature is like 40 degrees cooler than down in the nasty desert valley below. Okay, and so anyway, we went horseback riding up there, my mom and I, and years later, I met Ellen, and I just started to describe, my trips to Utah and stuff, and it turned out that I went horseback riding in the little town that she lived in, that like hardly anyone lives in, but I didn't know her at the time. Isn't that wild? See, I told you I wouldn't care. It's very weird.
But I care.
But and just so you know, it makes no sense at all, but it's pronounced Hurricane, Utah, and I've played golf there, and I wish I knew this was there. What?
Well, the Hurricane Mesa is in Utah. There's the picture of it. That's it's outside Zion. That's where they did the ejector seat testing with the bears and the lions and the tigers. But that's where they would launch them.
Wow.
So when you tell me
sad,
that the bears, the animals survived,
yeah,
that's a lie.
That's a lie. Yeah, because if they did, man, they would be so pissed when they got to the ground.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what the
yep.
And then, or if they did survive, though, Brad, they would have one hell of a story for the den.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, except that they didn't.
You don't think they
Although
did?
the kid who shot the bear in the backyard.
What?
Did you see the story the other day? The kid shot the bear in his was that Nebraska? No, it was Montana. A grizzly bear wandered into their backyard, and the kid shot it. And the paws on this thing were huge, big paws.
What is it with our little dachshund puppy with like the biggest paws ever? Like they're not proportionate. It's like the weirdest thing. She's got this long body, this very long tail, and she's got these beefy paws. And
That's because they would put them in the holes and let them dig after, was it badgers?
Badgers,
right?
Yep, little badger dogs.
And nuclear bombs.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it was the Germans would attach nuclear bombs to the badgers, and they'd send the dachshunds in there to yank the badger and then get the bomb out.
That's a lot going on there that I'm just not familiar with.
Yeah, you're welcome. I just thought I'd throw that one in as a little bit of Cold War lore.
Little bonus information. Of course, I'm still hung up on what feels like a euphemism for yank the badger.
No.
Okay, so over in Britain, though, we have Britain feared it could be used to spy on a missile testing base in Scotland's outer Hebrides. The UK said
you have to be drunk to say anything from Scotland.
Yes, that's a great point. The UK sent a Royal Navy team out in 1955 to plant a flag, install a plaque, and officially claim the 70-foot-high rock as British territory of sorts. Almost 70 years later, Britain and Ireland are still fighting. Wait, what?
The story about the dude from not Sudan, was it Sudan, who was trying to behead the guy in
Belfast,
Scotland
on the train
yesterday, the day before yesterday. No, it was a story. And England and Scotland, you need to put your shit behind you and focus on the outsiders coming in.
That guy lost an eye, by the way.
Yeah, he did.
Terrible.
But
he's lucky he didn't lose his head, literally.
They need to team up with each other and forget about the old stuff and maybe focus on the new enemy. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. But I remember the Irish Republican Army.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All those stories. Remember Patty Hearst?
Oh yeah.
That was a Symbionese Liberation Army, but that was the same bunch of people, right?
Yeah, I think some connection there.
It feels like there was.
Yeah.
What the hell? The SLA. What was their? Because she was during the Cold War. Left-wing Symbionese Liberation Army. Psychologically, they robbed banks.
She was the granddaughter of William Hearst, correct?
Yep.
And you know how William Hearst made his money? I just learned this last year on a trip. I mentioned it once on here, I do believe. He made his money and eventually, I think he received the newspaper, the San Francisco Chronicle, if I'm not mistaken, whatever paper it was. Anyway.
He owned a bunch of papers.
From gambling or something. I think it was like I think he won at gambling. I don't know. You can Google that. But I do know he made his original money prospecting for gold.
In California?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Hearst Castle out there?
I have not.
Oh, it's wow. There's good money in gold, I hear.
That's what I've heard. So there's this sea monster called
Sigmund.
Nope. Close though. Echranoplan. part ship, part airplane, designed for military use in a program disbanded after the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Or that it didn't work.
The 380-ton craft could float over the sea, skimming along at up to 340 miles per hour, powered by 8 turbofans located on its stubby wings. They're trying to bring it back, apparently.
Kind of like the Bradley fighting vehicle, I'm betting. Tries to be 3 things, does none of them.
Hey, I know you've heard of this one. In September of 1983, 3 weeks after the Soviets shot down Korean Airlines Flight 007. That's a show. Hold on. That's a deep dive. Holy crap. That's a deep dive. Hey,
shot down which flight?
Korean Airlines Flight 007.
Why didn't you say 007?
Because I'm not talking about James Bond, bro. I'm talking about a flight.
How do you know?
So this guy, this colonel, Stanislav Petrov. This happened a couple times, by the way. And this is just the one mentioned in this article. He was the duty officer at the command center for a nuclear early warning system there in Russia. And the system wrongly reported that the U.S. had launched 5 missiles. Petrov judged the reports to be a false alarm, averting a large-scale nuclear war.
Well, we saw the documentary, War Games.
Right. Moscow didn't see it quite that way. He had embarrassed the Soviet government by highlighting the system's failures and was denied promotions. Eventually, he had to retire early. And in fact, Ashton Forbes, who's been a guest on this program multiple times, he was playing a clip on his show not too long ago where it sounded like the guest, like the clip that he was playing, was suggesting that was AI run amok. Sound familiar? Ever heard of Terminator? Ever heard of Skynet?
So they based both War Games and Terminator
yeah.
off of
yeah.
I just saw something where they talked about what they based Terminator off of. There were 2 movies that came out that Terminator came out of. There were 2 movies that came out of one event, and I can't remember what the hell that was.
You beat me before I could use my line. Yeah, it's called Terminator 1 and Terminator 2.
Thank you. Yeah, but only one of those was any good.
That's fair. Although, I don't know. Yeah, okay.
You mentioned a bomber.
I did? What?
Because it's like 6 months ago. It's still out there. The atomic bomb off the coast of Tybee Island.
Tybee Island, Georgia.
It's there is a story. They think that the hydrogen bomb, the Mark 15 hydrogen bomb, is still there.
So anybody could just go and collect it?
I think you get a reward if you have to bring it into your local post office. But if you do, call ahead before you bring it in.
Call ahead.
Just tell them you're going to bring a bomb in and that you want their reward.
See, I contend that it's not illegal to own your own nuclear weapon. You just have to clear it with the HOA, and that's where you'll get stopped. There's nothing in the Constitution that says I can't.
Is it illegal to own nuclear? No, well, see, technically you can't because of the nuclear fissile material, but the crew jettisoned this thing into Wassaw Sound near Tybee Island so that they could land.
Yeah.
And it was never recovered. And that's going to be somebody does. Oof.
Like, they are hell-bent on destroying my home state, Georgia, the coastline there. You've got the atomic bomb that's just hanging out there. You've got, they screwed with a hurricane back in 47-ish maybe. And they made it more powerful, ended up doing a lot of damage.
That's where they said the Russians are dicking with our weather. Remember that? The old saying, oh, it's the Russians, they're playing with the weather.
Yeah, that would be your government and your tax dollars that are playing with the weather.
But that's a remnant of the Cold War.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and that's the thing. There's been so much. When you look back on your life and you think of how many times, especially during the Cold War.
Right.
Yeah, right. Amen. It's like everything was like, oh, well, you must want the Russians to win. You don't understand. This is for national security. They
were the bad guys.
What are you, a pinko? What's your problem? Why would you want civil liberties? Don't you want peace?
They were the bad guys. That's why they were the original bad guys. Because who was before the Soviets? Who were the bad
Nazis.
Nazis. Yeah,
for 4 years. Yeah.
That was before. That was before I was born. So by the time in the 60s when I was born, it was the commies. And we've had to have one. We've had to have a bad guy ever since. It's always been some bad guy here, there, or elsewhere that we've all had to watch out.
It's amazing how governments work. This government works.
Hang on before in the 60s.
Yeah.
I was not familiar with this.
Oh, my bad. Hang on.
The lavender scare.
Oh, I don't know what this is. Do tell, please.
Parallel to the Red Scare, it's the color lavender. What do you think it is? Stop it.
It's the pink. It's the Purple Patrol.
It is. The moral panic targeted the LGBTQ plus federal employees as security risks that were susceptible to blackmail by the commies. I mean, did they check the head of the FBI? Thousands lost their jobs after investigations and Executive Order 10450 under Eisenhower. These were all of the homotype sexuals in the government that if they got, because back then,
interesting.
For all the gay marches out there, it's like we want rights. Mm-hmm. Guess what? You've got them. Go back to 1950 and see what you got, because you ain't got squat then, because they were firing everybody in the government. It ruined careers and lives, lasted longer, and affected more people in some estimates than the Red Scare.
Yeah, I mean, there were
the lavender scare.
A lot of that's fascinating, actually. But it's surprising to learn in hindsight the plethora of commies in the FDR administration. In fact,
and that's look who's rising up today. It's the commies again.
I know.
What is it with the frickin' commies?
They never stop, bro. Either do the Muslims. Anyway,
are there commie Muslims?
Yeah, they're called Islamists. Like Mamdani, are you familiar with that cat? He runs New York.
Islamianist. That's a good one.
He's one of them. I'm not the originator of it. I don't even know where
I've not heard that before, but that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. So I got to thinking here, and that's always dangerous.
Boy, it's first time for everything.
I'm about to. Hey, wait, where's the rim shot?
Hold on, I've got one somewhere.
Yeah.
There you go. You're welcome.
I should have said it again, but
you should have said it again. Say it again.
I forgot. What did I say?
I can't remember either.
Yeah, that's cool. So I'm giving away this title to somebody. Okay. So somebody can have this title. Whoever can go in and buy the domain or write the book or movie, screenplay, what have you. Being a Spy in the Age of AI. Oh, come on now. That's good.
.com.
Being a Spy in the Age of AI. I don't know. So I was just wondering, is it easier to be a spy in the age of AI? I'm sorry, I'm turning into Jesse Jackson for a second. Hang on. Or is it more difficult to be a spy in the age of AI? What would it be? Or is it just a wash, I guess? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm looking to see. Someone surely has come up with that phrase before. That's a good one, too.
Being a spy in the age.
No, it's all about espionage in AI, but no one uses the term spy. Oh, I would totally. Was it a trademark or a?
Go get it. Go get it. You know what? I own a website, and it's this weird thing, and I don't even remember what kind of pun I was going. I just got an email today, and it said,
drunk,
"Hey, you need to re-up your."
The domain you registered when you were hammered? Yeah, that one.
You ever shopped while you're hammered, like Amazon?
Beth bought a vehicle one time from eBay.
I didn't order this. Send it back.
She had to drive all the way to New Hampshire.
Your drunk self disagrees. But anyway, what was I going for? It was 400 and I couldn't figure it out. This happened today. 459 crimes. And I was like, what was I going for there?
All I can think of is not Lou Rawls, 44 Women. Remember the song? Something about 44 women? Oh, hell. 40. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
44 women. What is it? What's it called? 44 women? 88 lines about 44 women.
And it's Simon and Garfunkel, right?
No.
No.
It was the original
Lou
was
Rawls?
done by
Lou
the
Rawls.
Nails. Not Lou
The Nails.
Rawls. The Nails. No, you'll never find as long as you. That's Lou Rawls. That's a good song. I don't know why I thought of it, but I think it had something to do with your URL there.
Good for you. I mean, anybody want to buy 459crimes.net? Honestly, I don't remember what it was. Something like that.
Have you tried Googling 459 crimes?
Yes, I did this today, and I am old, and my memory is bye-bye.
Penal code?
Yeah, I saw that. California Penal Code? I know. I've been down this road, and I'm
Did you have penal on your mind?
penal on my mind. Do you
.com.
have penal on your mind? Okay, so let's see here. I looked up today, at the height of the Cold War, how many spies were there working for the United States? And of course, this isn't just in some budget somewhere where you can just be like, oh, I'll be damned, that's how many spies there are. But they estimate in 1952, the United States, what do you think the estimate was? In 1952, American spies.
In the field?
Yes.
Because technically, isn't Jack Ryan a spy, but he's in the office?
Okay.
Ooh, that worked on a couple levels, didn't it?
Oh, yes! Yes! I'm so proud of you.
Wow.
That was awesome.
I'm kind of proud of myself there on that one, too. Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm taking the rest of the day off. Bye.
No. I need you.
Oh,
I love you.
okay.
Okay, so I think this is everybody. I really think this is in offices. I think spies overseas. I think foreign contacts. 5,000. 5,000. And in the 80s, it was
10?
About 16,000. So
I would have no concept. I mean, that's how
I got it.
Where do you put them all?
But wait, there's a. I hesitate to call it a payoff here, but hang on, it gets fun. So, Cold War, 1952, 5,000 quote spies working for the U.S. in one form or fashion. 1980, 16,000 or so. Okay. Today, what's the estimate today?
5.
Between 100 and 120,000? Wait a minute, I thought we won the Cold War. I thought we didn't.
How much are we paying these? And what defines spy?
And I want to know, are they spying on the U.S., on citizens? How many of these 120,000 or so?
Let me help you with that one.
Yeah. But the CIA, but Brad, my government, through the CIA charter, says that that's not a thing. They wouldn't be spying on us.
No,
Golly
of course
gee.
not. They would never, ever, ever. They would never do that. You made me think of Francis Gary Powers.
Oh, that's coming up. He's coming up.
He was a traffic reporter in L.A. Did you cover his demise?
This is where I don't know where Brad's going, so I let him keep.
I don't either. It's not. I was.
Well, while you look that up, let me talk to you about.
I know who I was thinking of. Did you cover his? When you get to him, if you don't cover his demise, because it's an ironic demise. It's not ironic as much as it's a. Well, that sucked.
Where's the? Hang on. Where is that? Hang on. It's in here somewhere. Here we go. The U-2 incident.
The U-2 was a badass plane. But there was a band. There was a plane before the band for anybody who's. Well, what has Bono got to do with any of this?
Yeah.
Before they invaded your phones and started putting crap on your iPhone that you didn't ask or want, there was an airplane.
He feels bad about that.
He should feel bad about that. Because that damn song, every time I get in the car, it would automatically start playing. It's like, why is this playing?
Wait. I didn't have an iPhone at the time. What song was what album? I forget which album it was.
It was the End of the Innocence, I think was the album. Is that the?
Ooh, that's not even a good one. Never mind.
No, and it would be this YouTube. It's like, why in the hell does this start playing every time I get in the car?
How aggravating, bro.
It will really, and you couldn't delete it. That was the part that really pissed me off.
That was a mess.
But it's free. I don't want it.
I get it. I get it. I can't imagine if I didn't like a band and it did that, I would be angry too. The U-2 is okay. A high-altitude spy plane shot down over the Soviet Union. The pilot, captured alive, Gary Powers, nearly sparked World War III and forced the U.S. to admit to aerial spying, changing global diplomacy.
It was a
forever.
really cool plane. And he, what else did he fly? Because I lived out there by Edwards Air Force Base.
Okay.
And they flew all that stuff, like the SR. They fly those over the house all the time, and we got to see all of the cool planes before they made it to the, YouTube wasn't as big back then in the 80s. Very, very small website. I mean, just had a couple of 100 people on it at that point. And
I'm sorry. YouTube.
YouTube, yeah, and Facebook was like still, not very many people had Facebook accounts in the 80s.
Google YouTube, first video posted. What do we got? 2004?
Hardly bit my finger.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that. It was some.
It wasn't?
Zoo.
No, it was the guy at the zoo.
Was it 2004?
Close to that. But it was the guy at the zoo. It's still up there.
Here's a fun fact. Before there were like copyrights and stuff, and they cared about stuff on YouTube.
2005.
And now they've gone back and they've added it back in and everything's cool. But in the early day 2005, so Ezra was born in 2005. And the early days of YouTube, I would sit there and like rock him to sleep while watching Beavis and Butthead on YouTube. And so Carrie was like, he's going to start laughing like Butthead. And he kind of did. He had a little chuckle, little deep little bellow. And so, but see, the jury was still out. And then when we went to Disney, and Tigger came by, and he's a little kid, little tyke, and he was just like, and it sounded like.
So did you get a video of him doing that and put it on YouTube?
No, but Carrie said, "I told you, no more Beavis and Butthead for Ezra at the computer." He started to laugh like Butthead.
Sam, what was the movie? The second born would watch. Not The Spy Who Shagged Me. It was the Reese Witherspoon one.
Hey,
Legally Blonde, and then we decided it was probably he shouldn't watch movies like that anymore because he said something like the boyfriend. Yeah, he's being a dick.
Oh no.
It's like, okay, enough of that.
That's awesome. Okay. No, I've never seen that movie. I've heard it's really good, though.
Legally Blonde?
It's been on like 400 times in my life when I'm passing through a room, but I've never stopped to watch it. Pretty good, huh? Good movie. That's what I hear. That's what everybody says.
Was when I watched it. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a long time. I was remember Stripes.
Uh-huh.
I watched that again, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I was like,
Not it. Some movies don't hold up. And by the time I get around to watching them, they're already ruined.
Could have been me. Anyway, what were you saying about Francis Gary Powers?
I don't know. I already moved on.
You too. But then I said, remember his death was a weird.
Oh, yeah. What do I need to do?
Right here. You ready?
Oh, okay.
3, 2.
There's much we can say about Frank Powers. He was, as Jim Brown indicated, an unlikely man to have had to deal with notoriety. He was quiet and self-effacing, but he dealt with his notoriety in a straightforward, thoroughly honest way.
Jess Marlowe, by the way.
To some, Francis Gary Powers was a hero, but not to himself. To others, he was less than a hero. There were critics who questioned the information he'd given the Soviet secret police during marathon questioning. Frank never apologized for that. He insisted he had told them little more than they already knew, and the one thing they did not know or were not correct about was the altitude at which the U-2 was flying when it was shot down. He never revealed that to the Soviets, and as far as we know, it remains classified. It is small comfort to us, even less for his family, his wife Sue, his daughter Dee, his son Gary, to know that Francis Gary Powers died doing what he liked to do.
Sorry, hold on a second. I've got, you know what? Because we always say that. At least they died doing it. I'm having trouble not laughing, but you know how he died. I kind of said it out loud, but I don't know if you heard me.
I didn't hear you, but
he was a traffic reporter for KNBC. Oh, he was doing a traffic report and plane crash. I mean, you survive all of this with the U-2 and the spying and the Soviets, and you die doing a traffic report for a TV station in LA.
He died doing what he loved. So I was going to say he was having sex, but never mind.
You don't want to die that way. That is so undignified.
Right.
Especially the way
We
you
have
do
no
it.
less grief for George Spears, the engineer
He was-
cameraman.
He was the cameraman.
Frank was our friend.
And you know what? This is the first time I've known the cameraman's name. All I knew was the pilot, Francis Gary Powers.
Damn it. He was the public figure.
And let me just tell you, I can
But what
feel
about
Jess
George
Marlowe's
Spears?
pain here because I've had to do this too.
Spears. He was 43 years old. Most of his life had been spent in Chicago. He and his wife and his 3 teenage children moved to Northridge when George came to work for NBC just a year ago.
Boy, that would suck too. You finally get your big break doing your traffic reports, the number 2 market in the country, and in a year you're gone. But he loved doing it. Died doing what he loved. I mean, at least he wasn't running from a train.
You ever read the book Captains and the Kings?
Is that the one with the walrus and the on the
walrus.
beach? No,
Nope.
no, and the oysters? No.
No. There's just a character in there that dies while he's doing it.
Which again is so undignified, and
Yeah.
you really just
Yeah,
then you got to hide all the stuff, or hopefully that you didn't on the person that you, and they can hide the stuff, or maybe they just get up and leave and go see ya.
As long as we're talking about deceased traffic reporters,
Right?
I seriously though, I worked with an awesome guy, and you can't say that about a lot of people in the business.
Most of
You
them
can't.
you can't.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You cannot say that about 95% of the people in this business.
You're being generous.
In the broadcast business. But I worked with a guy named Keith Calland, and there might be some people in Atlanta who are familiar with him. He was an excellent traffic reporter, and I talked to him one day about his schedule, how he would do morning drive and afternoon drive, and whew, if he didn't get a nap in between, it was game over. But whenever I hear the word ubiquitous, I think of Keith Calland. First of all, the nicest guy in the world. You hear somebody that's all chipper and stuff on the air, and then off the air, they're just the biggest a-hole. Not Keith. He was as genuine on the air as off the air. But he would always say during a traffic report, whenever a ladder would fall off a truck and end up blocking a lane on I-75 or 285 or something like that in Atlanta, he would be like, the ubiquitous ladder in the roadway today is just ahead of exit 63, in the right lane, so be careful as you're exiting there. But ubiquitous. Whenever I hear the word ubiquitous, I think of the awesome traffic reporter in Atlanta at WGST, Keith Calland.
And I didn't realize what that meant either. Then I realized that word was everywhere, and it finally hit me.
Don't.
But the ladders thing in this, there was a period of time when I remember there being just ladders.
Work trucks, man, they couldn't keep them on.
Right.
What fixed that? Because I don't hear about them
No,
as much
I don't
anymore.
either.
Is it because we invented bungee cords or something, or trucks now have little ways to latch them on better, or why is there no
Like a
ubiquitous
nipple.
ladder in the roadway anymore?
There really was a time ladders on trucks falling off on freeways. There was, because I remember that. Ladders falling off for highly dangerous.
Well, hey,
causing-
while you're looking up the ubiquitous ladder in the roadway, among the many bizarre plots to topple or assassinate Cuban leader Fidel Castro, including exploding cigars and rigged seashell bombs, was a plan to attack his beard. To make him
I didn't know he was gay.
To make him less. That would have hit close to home if you
That
take
was a-
out Fidel's beard.
Thinking man's joke right there.
It was a thinking man's joke.
Uh-huh.
One failed plot involved sprinkling thallium salt on Castro's shoes during an overseas trip so his hair would fall out.
Wait,
Castro canceled the visit, however.
sprinkling what?
Yeah, they're trying to make him less attractive to his people. Something. I don't know. I don't follow. I don't know, but listen,
Well,
how many
the
times...
Latino thing was all butch and stuff, so.
I see. Machismo. Okay,
Yeah.
so check this out. How many attempts on his life did he survive, do you think? Bing, bing.
More or
You
less
can't
than
go
Trump.
More.
Communist. I'm just going to go with 20.
634.
No.
It just says, in all, he survived 634
How
attempts
do they know that?
on his life. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
This is according to his... Okay. counterintelligence chief for Castro, former intelligence chief for Castro. But anyway, he died. When he died at the age of 90 in 2016, I remember back to a news report right around 2003, 2004, because I remember where I was when I heard it on the radio. Look this up. Fidel Castro, doctor, says he'll live until... And so he didn't make it quite to that point, but somewhere in 03, 04, I just remember I was driving on Dodge Street in Omaha, listening to the news, and I don't know what was going on with Cuba, but he had just gotten a health checkup, and his doctor said he was going to live to the age of something or other.
Right there.
Oh, hang on. Let's see here. Castro's doctor boasts his client will live to 140. November 1st, 2000, whatever, 4, I can't read it. 2006? June 2006. Oh, what the hell was I doing in Omaha then?
That was 20 years ago. Remember when I said 20 attempts? I was really channeling 20 years ago.
Oh, look at you, bro. So anyway,
I felt the number 20. I just didn't know what it referred to.
He was 50 years shy when he
So
died.
almost. The doctor was almost right.
He was right there. Gosh, if he had just had one less steak, and to clog up them arteries.
What did kill him?
Natural causes, what this thing says, 2016, natural causes, age of 90. What are we doing with
But
Cuba
at
right
90, can you really complain?
now? You did good.
At that point, you've outlived pretty much everything. It probably hurts to pee. Getting up out of bed is an activity. You have to plan for it. And so at that point,
Yeah, I will say at 50, you kind of have to plan for it if you have a dog that likes to lay right next to your bedside every morning in the dark. I have to be like, oh shit. Like there's some mornings I'll step down there and without thinking, and then the next thing just as I feel Tanner, I hear, fuck you. And I'm like, bro, you're smarter than this. Stop. You should not sleep right there. And it's fair to say he moves around, but there's a lot of mornings he's right there.
So is he ever going to learn?
He just likes to be close to me, He's a good boy.
No, at least there's somebody.
What do we got? It's good. What am I looking at there? Who is that?
That's the candy bomber.
Oh, the guy that dropped the candy bars on
Gail Halvorsen.
Germany?
Gail Halvorsen began dropping candy to German children during the Berlin airlift.
Yeah.
That was a Cold War operation to counter the Soviet blockade. It expanded into Operation Little Vittles with a bunch of donated candy dropped via parachutes. Okay, that sounds really awesome. And tell me that there's a picture somewhere of the candy parachutes.
I think there is, actually. Some black and white photos of kids. I think there is, actually. Let me know if you find them, because I vaguely remember seeing that in a book somewhere.
They did the coolest stuff back during World War II.
Yeah.
Didn't they? Oh, yep, here it is. Hang on a second. 1 and a 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that.
That's not the picture I remember seeing. It was outdoors, the one that I saw.
This is the cool.
This
candy
guy's
bomber.
a hoarder. This guy's a hoarder. Look at him, man. He's got way more than he needs.
Well, that's
Pretty
dude.
soon you have enough candy.
That's the same dude. He's just younger.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow. How do you so soon they lose your respect?
Well,
It's like, no, he's giving that all away.
Sorry.
How dare you disrespect the candy bomber?
I'm sorry.
Wow. I mean,
My brain was thinking I was going to see little kids
You go
gathering him
from
up.
that to that, and look what time does to your ass.
That's not the same guy.
It is the same guy.
No, I refuse to believe it.
And let's see, when did he die? Was it that long ago? Hang on a second. It doesn't seem like it was like 3 years. Yeah, 4 years ago, February 22. This guy, Gail Halvorsen, died Bill, the story is from February 22. He died at the age of 101.
Wow.
I know, too soon, right? Following a brief illness in his home state of Utah, surrounded by most of his children. Good grief, how many did he have?
Brief illness, so he was vaccinated.
I'm sure that's what it was. I'm telling you. Imagine he could have gotten to 140.
Honestly, how? I'm bringing it home, baby.
He
I mean,
could've.
how else can you explain dying at 101? It had to have been the vax.
Had to have been. There's no other way. Yeah, if we just go to, there he is. Look at how much.
See?
That was him when he was 97. Look how the illness really did its number. He combined his candy rations with other servicemen to make parachutes of chocolate and gum out of handkerchiefs and string. That is so cool.
That is very cool.
He dropped into the kids in Germany.
So, was this his idea, though? Is that... It was a higher-up, though, idea, right?
He had mixed feelings about the mission to help the United States' former enemy after losing friends during the war. He was attacking how trained to fire, hang on his attitude changed. His new mission was launched after meeting a group of children behind a fence at Tempelhof Airport. He offered them 2 pieces of gum that he had broken in half, was touched to see those who got the gum sharing pieces of the wrapper. And so the kids would take the gum out. Here, you can have a piece of my wrapper. Sounds like something kids would do.
That sounds like dreadful times, man.
And you know what the kids would do that they get when they shared the wrapper with the other kid? You know what the other kid would do? Sniff the wrapper. Just so they could smell the gum.
We can't even imagine that kind of hardship.
He promised to drop enough for all of them the following day as he flew, wiggling the wings of his plane as he flew over the airport. He started doing so regularly, using his own candy ration, and he tied them with handkerchiefs.
How deep into... He didn't risk getting shot down?
After Associated Press story appeared under the headline, "Lollipop Bomber Flies Over Berlin," a wave of candy and handkerchief donations followed. People want to do good stuff.
That's America.
That's America.
And we could do it more if they wouldn't tax the royal hell out of us. You know,
right?
We could do it more.
And some people weren't stupid, and they know who they are.
Yeah, they do.
The airlift began June 26, 1948. One of 4 occupying powers divided Berlin after World War II. Blah blah blah. Allied pilots flew 278,000 flights to Berlin. Good grief. 278,000 flights to Berlin with millions of tons of food, coal, medicine, and other supplies.
I mean, Marshall Plan was absolutely incredible. What's that? Go ahead.
Some people are, people at their core are good. 99.9% of them. It's the dicks who always make the news, though. Prove me wrong, because I'm not.
I can't. Operation Paul Bunyan. You ever heard of this thing?
I hate
U.S.
onions.
and North Korea almost went to war in 1976 over the pruning of a poplar tree.
Like the prune her poplar tree.
I'm sorry? You need a moment? Hold on, let me just...
The men, we're just such pigs. Like
right,
men
are.
her poplar tree.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know some women like that, too.
The tree blocked visibility of the demilitarized zone, the DMZ. The joint security area that occupied by both North and South Korea. The North, adamant that the U.S. should not prune the tree. I mean, this is just neighbors arguing over, trees and stuff.
With nuclear neighbors with nukes.
Now, the North killed... Wait, what the hell is happening? Killed 2 American soldiers with axes? And injured 9 more? Excuse me? And we didn't drop a nuke on their asses? Rather than retaliate with force, the U.S. 1976. Okay, so Gerald Ford, huh? A U.S. and South Korean convoy drove to the middle of the DMZ and chopped down the poplar tree. North Korean President Kim Il-sung conveyed a message of regret to the families of those murdered. A rare statement at the time. My gosh.
It is kind of weird that, like, what do the Russians have hidden in North Korea that we just can't make that a parking lot?
Well, there's a unicorn. We know that because the leader guy, he captured one recently. About 15, 20 years ago.
He's really good.
And I think that's what they're trying to protect. You don't want to...
Is that what it is? Because there's something there that keeps... Something there is being protected.
Have you heard of the KGB lipstick pistol?
I'm wearing one right now.
It has a kiss of death. See, the kiss of death lipstick. There it is. Look at that thing, huh? It's a tiny single shot. Boy, you better hit your target. Let's see. 4.5 millimeter pistol hidden inside a lipstick tube. KGB agents pressed the barrel against a target. There you go. And fired at point blank range. Lethal, silent, and completely concealable as everyday makeup. It was discovered at a U.S. checkpoint in West Berlin in 1965. So the KGB had a lipstick gun. Kiss of death. Wow.
When you said kiss of death, I was thinking that it was like poisoned lipstick.
That should have been. That would have been fun.
There had to have been.
I want you to see this. These are all
There
cameras.
had to have been.
Look at this little change purse. There's a camera in there. There's a ring. There's a pack of Marlboros. And look at it right here. There's a little camera.
Give me a pack of Marlboro Reds and a Bud Light Tall.
Look at that little pinhole for the camera. Ooh.
See, they had the coolest stuff.
Right. Look at the little Ruski writing right there. But look at that thing. Oops. Look at that.
There, what was there? There was they call it a whiff of death. Disguised as a okay. The whiff of death, also disguised as a lipstick tube.
I had a college roommate. I was always getting a whiff of death, man.
Right. Thank you. Hold on a second. And
thank you.
It was also disguised as a lipstick tube. The version did not fire a bullet, but instead released a blast of deadly liquefied poison gas. So yeah, there was one that wasn't just a bullet, it was gas.
So this is a U.S. Navy. This is a KGB glove pistol.
That's a web slinger, is what that is.
Yeah. So single shot, 38 pistol, mounted on the back of a glove, fired by making a fist and punching the target at point blank. There we are with the point blank again.
Okay,
so I guess both the Navy.
I
think the Navy and the KGB, they both had something similar like this. I don't know whose is this though. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out.
That looks like the farmer down the end of the block. It looks like some dude would have that. Why
if
would
you're
you be
out
wearing those gloves, unless you're
know.
working like in the yard.
What? I don't know.
It's an odd kind of glove to have that.
Have you seen?
To.
You watched Yellowstone?
Yes.
Rip would be out there fixing a fence, and then all of a sudden the bad guys would roll up there. You might need a glove like that.
And he'd punch them.
See?
He would punch them.
And then they would drive the body down to the train station.
Yep. It's exactly there. And trains are in the the heart attack gun.
The heart attack gun? What's that?
It fired a dart made of frozen shellfish toxin. Go ahead, say that 10 times fast. Frozen shellfish toxin.
There's another.
It dissipated harmlessly in the victim's body, leaving medical examiners to conclude that the person had suffered a natural heart attack.
Damn, bro.
Remember when the dude not too many years ago that got the little doop in his drink wasn't it England?
Yeah, but he's the Ukrainian guy in England, right?
Yeah, somebody, and
Russia
it was like the grain of salt and. See, there are ways of doing it.
Yushchenko was his name, and his face turned all pockmarky from all the poison and stuff.
Not a good look. Not a good look. He did not die doing what he loved.
No, I think he's still with us.
I thought he died.
Did he? I don't know. Not from that. Like maybe eventually.
He walked out. He survived, recuperated, walked out of the hospital, and got hit by a taxi.
Oh, him and that cat were hanging out.
Yep.
I want you to see this is a Ring camera, if you will. See, that's right there. But look closely right here. I don't know if I can make this any bigger.
That's what she said.
Oh, I can make it a lot bigger.
That's what she said, too.
Look at that right there. It's a little screw. Seeing that? This little trap door or whatever. Maybe you load the bullets. I really don't know.
What?
You see the screw? The screw right there.
Oh, that screw.
On the side of the ring.
Well, it's a camera, so why would you load a bullet into a camera?
I meant...
You might put film in there.
I meant film. I'm getting my spy gadgets mixed up.
Wow.
Excuse me for living.
Wow.
So anyway, so you put your little film right there with the little flathead. I need a flathead screwdriver to open that up. You know what? I knew this once and I forgot. Look up. How did it get the name Phillips head? That's stupid. It should have been
Mr.
crosshead
Phillips.
and flathead. Was it Mr. Phillips? I just don't remember. Well, that's stupid.
I don't want to kill myself. Stop it.
His name should have been Mr. Cross, because then it would have worked out better.
Thank you. These, I was looking up the suicide sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
I get
let me take a look.
if you're having trouble, no, I just want to see the suicide sunglasses.
Wait a minute. On your search results, it's okay.
Yes.
All right,
No,
back
I
off.
just want to see the
Google.
sunglasses. It has a little cyanide tablet in it. The Soviets had it for their spies, so that they could just take off their sunglasses, chew on the end of it, and be dead, doing what they loved.
Wait. Chewing on their sunglasses is what they love?
Yeah. Oh, it was a big yeah. And who else did it? Because there were a bunch of ways you could kill yourself in the as a spy, because you didn't want to. I mean, what was better, going out on your terms or getting the little screws
I don't know.
up underneath your fingernails?
In hindsight, I don't know. Honestly, I mean, you want to die for the Soviets? You want to die for a big government? I mean,
but they thought that they were doing the right thing. Their spies thought, hey, doing it for Mother Russia. They loved. Did you ever watch The Americans?
no, I did not.
Oh, that's a good show.
Okay, but and please don't question my patriotism, anyone watching. But in hindsight, you want to die. I'm not saying love
I know
your
what
country,
you're saying.
Respect your country, hand over your heart, show deference to your country, not betray your country, don't be a traitor to your country. I could never.
That's why they
die
recruit 18-year-olds.
You want to die for your. I know.
Because at that point you're like, yeah.
You think
And
we'll
then
be
you
out
hit
of,
about 30 and you go, what the hell are you people doing?
Think we'll be out of Iran before Ezra gets out of boot camp? Anyway, don't answer that. Okay, so let's see here.
Are we even in Iran?
I don't know, man. What? I don't.
I
Look
mean,
at this thing.
are we? Because what are we doing? Isn't it? Don't we just have like the big gate down at the Strait of Hormuz and they're like a toll gate?
Let me check the calendar here. Hang on a second. We got a deal coming up here in about 15 weeks ago. I'm sorry, next week. I'm sorry, a few months from now. These are all real things. I didn't just make those up. All
Here,
of those have
there's the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, look how nice and clear the Strait of Hormuz looks. It's
hang on. Let me stop the shoe share here. Hang on.
There's your Strait of Hormuz. I mean, it looks awful beautiful, right?
Honestly, in 1979, scroll down a little bit.
Scroll down.
Yeah, scroll down to that little peninsula, that isthmus. I want to zoom in on that isthmus. I want to zoom in on that. Right where your little cursor is. Can you zoom into that?
Can I make it bigger?
Yeah. Can you zoom into it?
I'll make it bigger. If you get closer to it, it'll look bigger.
Can you just keep going? What's the most narrow point?
How far you want me to drill down?
Give me some perspective here. In your bottom left little key there, whatever. How narrow is that?
25% it hurts. How narrow is what?
Down here at the bottom of your picture there, where it gets narrow. In other words, right down there, the country of I forgot what country that is.
Is that Oman?
Yeah, I think so. All right, so if we had started in 1979, I feel like we could have been across there by now.
It does feel like that. Yeah,
is that a river? Hold on, dear Lord, that's not a river, right? That's a highway.
What? I don't know what you're looking at. That's the Strait of Hormuz. That's the water.
I understand.
Which part are you looking at that you think is a highway? I mean, because it's a highway on water if you really get down to it.
That's not where I'm going.
You know what? Why didn't we at that point just break this, just dredge out this whole chunk of land right here and just make it a whole lot easier to just make it a straight shot so you didn't have to make this hard left and left?
That's kind of what I'm trying to say.
All right. See how much easier I said it?
Yeah.
Just drill a trench.
You're better
Can we do that in Panama?
At English.
Why couldn't we put a Panama Canal right there?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. I'm trying to figure out how does it compare to the Panama Canal. Granted, it was, many, many years before. See, there's a little lake
From this
there.
distance, it looks like you just reach down there with your hand and just scoop it out. It's probably bigger than that.
That's what you said to her.
Exactly. I think
that's
that's Oman, isn't it? No, or Jordan. What is that? Is that?
I don't know, man. I don't know my countries.
Iran's up here. What is it?
Anyway, how long would it have taken to go from Fudja See? Can you see Fudja?
Oh, Fudja. Who doesn't love Fudja?
Fudja. What? Fudja. And then you go over here. So how long is it going to take to get through there? You got to move that highway. Sorry. And then we get over here, and then we're on our way.
Why can't you just put a bridge over it?
Or a bridge over troubled water, right? There you go.
Would have been so much, and we wouldn't be dealing with all this crap right now.
There's the Kasab Airport.
Oh, and it is the luxury planes. That's where they keep them. Look at that.
That's a country of Oman. Yes, sir. That is Oman.
So
why isn't it Oman? That'd be more fun to say.
Wouldn't it, though? I don't know. The answer to your question is, I don't know. So where are we? I don't see us anywhere on that map.
Oh. Strait is up here. See that?
Yep. And it's not really straight, which is kind of funny.
That is funny. And I'm tired of hearing Straits of Hormuz. There's clearly just the one strait.
I swear it used to be the Straits of Hormuz. Did it not?
Rubio keeps calling it Straits plural, which is kind of starting to bother me. Honestly.
But I thought that's what the name of it used to be.
It might have been. I don't know.
And then
seems
suddenly it was
familiar.
like the Strait. Yeah, I know. It felt so right. Didn't it used to be called the Straits of Hormuz? Because that's for whatever reason.
Didn't it used to be called the Ukraine?
Didn't it?
Yeah, because it was part of Russia.
Occasionally, people may use Straits with an S when referring to it, but the official name is Strait of Hormuz. It's always been the Strait of Hormuz. Although
okay. Oh, this is feeling like one of them Mandela effect moments.
It does because.
Oh, I like it. Okay, hang on.
Who knew?
Let me get my this right here. I used to know the story on this shoe. It's like a microphone.
Maxwell Smart.
Yeah, nice. But this was a. Let's see if it's printed up here. That shoe.
He was a spy, and he was based on the Cold War because.
Look at you.
Maxwell Smart and 99, and you had the bad guys were Chaos, and they had the Dome of Silence. Was it Dome of Silence or Dome of Secrecy? Where you couldn't hear. I think it was the Dome of Silence, where you couldn't hear anybody underneath it. But it was silent.
How lame is? Cool is that?
It was funny.
That
was spy humor.
Spy humor. No, I'm trying to figure out. Like I forgot who was wearing these shoes.
What you gonna do in those shoes?
Spy.
Long run, Eagles. You're welcome.
Yep. Oh, Here we go. Yeah. Radio transmitter microphone hidden inside a shoe heel. Agents could walk around normally while broadcasting conversations in real time. Stolen from a U.S. diplomat and used by the KGB. Ooh. That's fun.
You do know about the shoe on Maxwell Smart.
Yeah, I'd never watched the show, but I know that he would talk on it and whatnot.
Hang on, this is the...
Right? He would talk on it.
Yes, but this is the Dome of Silence. When they would lower the Dome of Silence.
Hold on, before you do that, correct me if I'm wrong. Remember how Nike had the shoe phone? I had a shoe phone in college, actually.
Wait, they actually made a shoe phone?
Yeah, you would order the Sports Illustrated subscription, and it would come with a shoe phone, a phone shaped like a shoe. And so what happened was, I bet they got the idea from old Maxwell Smart.
But Maxwell Smart got the idea from the actual shoe.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
It's top security. Top security? That calls for the cone of silence, Chief. Max, how do you expect to get 5 people into something that small?
Yeah.
Thinking like
That's
that
what she said.
The Volkswagen people out of business a long time ago. Chief, but the manual calls for the cone of silence.
The gag was if they were going to be talking super secret spy stuff, they had to do it in the skiff. This would be the skiff of 64, 5?
Any time a situation like this arises, you must follow the manual. All right, Max. Lower it. Okay, put this chair out. Okay, 99, you get around there with the chief. You get in here with me. Okay. No, 99, get in front of the chief a little bit. That's it.
That sound effect is just somebody going...
That's perfect. You see, Chief, I told you it could be done. Look at that. There's room for one more man.
Anyway, that was spy humor. That was spy humor from the 60s, inspired by the Cold War. You're welcome.
No, I like it.
Don't say I didn't bring anything to the table today.
Yeah.
Because I did. I brought the cone of silence.
Brought the cone of silence. Boy, This just shows you how little we show prep. Because, I mean, you're not going to get this if you script a show.
No. Why would you want to script? Why would you want to waste your time scripting it?
I know. Let's see here. What is this here? I don't even... This shows how little prep goes into this. That's a dumb one. I'm not even reading that one. This is my contribution. Seriously. This is an email to myself. That's dumb. Let's see. Oh, Project Cold Feet. 1962, the CIA secretly parachuted 2 operatives onto an abandoned fracturing Soviet ice station in the Arctic. They were successfully retrieved midair using the Fulton Skyhook. Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was brought into this. An experimental airborne snatch recovery system, along with 150 pounds of intelligence. I don't know. I feel like I need more information on Project Cold Feet.
You want...
Oh my gosh, hang on
You
a second.
have to recover, the snatch recovering?
Listen to this. Remember that Great Seal that we had earlier? Kids brought that. Soviet children brought that carved wooden Great Seal of the United States to the U.S. ambassador as a gift.
After all the candy we gave those little bastards.
After all the candy.
You can't trust commie kids.
Now you know Operation Mincemeat, I know.
Know it? What?
An elaborate World War II deception operation. The British dropped a dead body carrying a fake invasion plans, dressed as a Royal Marine officer to trick Axis intelligence. I think it was a homeless bum. I think it was just a hobo, and they were like, dress him up. Seriously. Oh, that's all it's going to give me on this little summary? Operation Mincemeat was incredible because it thought that the Allies were going to land at like Italy or something. Next thing you know, D-Day's here, bitch.
They snatch up a hobo from Skid Row.
Yeah, right.
They tell him, hey, we're going for a ride. You ever been in an airplane?
No, I think they just collected the dead. I don't think they killed him.
How do you know?
That's fair. At least it's the British.
They probably went and got
it's not
some
our
guy.
problem.
You ever been in an airplane? Here, watch this.
Oh,
hey, come on
no.
up. Here.
Oh, you know what? This feels like you're right, man.
Look at the view. Look, no, lean out a little farther. No. Look at, you can see the
I'm reading this
there.
right now. British Intel, okay. The body of Glendware Michael, a tramp who died from eating rat poison. That's right.
That they fed to him that night at dinner.
Holy crap. Who wants a kidney pie? Come here, sir.
I'm so hungry. Could I have something to eat? Sure, we got some really good, tasty victuals right here.
So they dress him up as an officer of the Royal Marines, placed personal items on him, identifying him as the fictitious Captain William Martin. Wow.
They had him put the suit on beforehand, because you know how hard it is to dress a dead person?
I've been told.
It is not easy.
Not easy.
And so it's much easier if you get him to put the uniform on first, then give him the kidney pie.
So this happened in April 1943. So this wasn't a D-Day thing. This was, and so he had plans that showed that the Allies were going to invade Greece and Sardinia, with Sicily as merely the target of a feint or whatever.
So that's what they fed him.
Right. So I think they ended up landing over at Sicily, if I'm not mistaken.
Cicely Tyson?
No, like the island.
Oh, that. That's by this Gay of Hormuz, right?
It's a gaze of Hormuz.
Ah, gotcha.
Plural, we know this. Let's see. Unveiled.
Surely, I mean, when they start taking dead bodies and dropping them out of here.
Oh, it's totally on the up and up. Look, he just happened to die at the right moment when we needed someone to die and drop their body down in Italy.
Oh, look, here's it. It was somebody named Fauci, who was the head of the program back then. Huh.
Oh, you're so right, bro. Let's see here.
He's just carrying on the tradition.
Listen to this. To ensure agents... Okay, I want you to... You Google this. You Google this shit. Listen. It's called the Rectal Toolkit. Great band name, by the way.
You want to see it?
To ensure agents could escape if captured, the CIA issued a pill-shaped toolkit containing miniature saws, drill bits, and knives designed to be concealed in the body cavity. Stop it! Google that right now. Google it. I don't even know how that works.
It was Pulp Fiction, the pocket watch that he kept in his rectum all those years. That's where they got it. And ta-da. There is your rectal toolkit. Holy crap. You want me to put that where? This is part 1. Try spitting on it. Yeah, okay. This is what they shoved it up the bum's butt too. They tried doing it without the container, and that didn't work out. Oh, we've had a lot of complaints from the field about the file and the knife. The part of the kit. They want to know if you could put them maybe in a container so that they're all kept in one neat little package.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on a second. Oh, holy shit.
Do it for Britain. Do it for Mother England. Do it for the Queen.
Hang on. I'm trying to. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on.
Look at that. See, when you start putting all that stuff separately up in your butt, it is just that's a problem.
Okay,
that is a problem waiting to happen.
I want to walk through this.
And
okay, here's your assignment, Agent. Okay, here's what you do. Now,
I got good news and I got bad news. We got two.
Do you love America? Yes or no? How much do you love? Show me that you love me.
We can all agree you don't want to be a POW, right? Wouldn't it be great if you had a way to get out? Yes.
When is my contract up? Holy crap. Okay, hang on a second. I want to noodle this one out. I don't know why I want to, but I need to. Let me think about this for a second. Okay, hang on. So you're a spy, right? Let's just say you're in an Eastern Bloc country, and you're like, here's what we need you to do. We need you to somehow, you're gonna meet up with your contact, and they're gonna introduce you to the ambassador for this foreign country. Now listen, this ambassador guy, he's surrounded by security. So this is a dangerous situation. If they're onto you, they're going to kill you. You're gonna die screaming.
You want to get out of there.
You want to get out of there. I'm gonna be dying screaming just by having that up my ass. But anyway, so here's what we need you to do. We need you to put this pill. It's the size of your hand, but you just need to wedge it on up in there. Now,
well, you act don't natural. Have to. You can put it.
Now listen. Now listen to me. Act natural. Walk normal.
Yep.
Everywhere you go, if you let on, I mean that's gonna blow your cover right there. The fact you're walking like a penguin everywhere, bro.
He's one of those guys has that toolkit up his ass. They're gonna say,
yeah, right. They're gonna be like, bro, why you walk so funny? Why you walk? I want to know
what you do with the drill bit.
This is
because
concerning.
You're not going to spin that thing fast enough to do any good with it.
Listen now, they're so small. I really don't know how that even works. In other words, it's all about perspective, I guess, right?
I can understand the saw. I get the saw and the file makes sense, but what the drill bit? No, there's nothing you can do with that drill bit.
Hold on, I mean, they're big. They're okay. It's too big. It's too big for your ass, but it's too small to actually help. I just feel like you're setting yourself up for disaster here.
You know that right there is the butt plug of false hope.
Honestly, like, oh my gosh, what if the capsule breaks apart while you're walking down the city street and you're talking with your...
Pretty sure they didn't make it out of gelatin, although if they had, that probably was not a good thing.
Yeah, but if that connection gets loose, man, all of a sudden they're like, hey...
It does seem like there should be a little safety latch or something on there.
Is it me or is his asshole bleeding? What do we got going on here?
If you're that close, there might be a problem.
I mean, what is happening here? No, thank you. Capture me, torture me. I'm not going through this setup here. Because again, if you sit down wrong or what have you, or you're walking funny and they search you, I mean, this is just asking for trouble, bro.
I want to know if that's a woman's hand or a guy's hand.
I don't know, it's a dude's watch, isn't it?
or it's a woman's bracelet. Because if it's a dainty little woman's, because if that's my hand,
yeah, right.
Nope.
That's again, it's all about perspective.
because that would be. Here's a bottle of lotion.
Oh,
Let's see if that's
holy crap! Oh my gosh!
about the same, right? And this does not fit. I'll tell you that right now.
Where are they recruiting agents? Like Stonewall, or what are we doing here?
See, that's a thinking man's reference right there for anybody who's going with Stonewall like Jackson. No.
So, okay, all right. What else we got? Yeah, we know about Operation Mockingbird, a CIA campaign that influenced and recruited American and foreign journalists to disseminate propaganda during the height of the Cold War. Yeah, it was only during the Cold War that the
Right.
press
They
was,
don't do that anymore.
No. Everything you read it's pure as the wind. It's called journalism.
Remember that when we talked about how those programs don't end? That's one of them that didn't end. That and Northwoods.
Right.
That was the
Operation
Northwoods where they were going to crash the plane into Cuba. They were going to take the commercial jet and not have anybody on it, but shoot it down, blow it up over Cuba, right?
And blame Cuba.
Blame, yeah.
Right?
So
Russia.
it would, which is, I mean, not that.
There's worse things to do.
Thankfully, Kennedy went, that's not a, but unfortunately, I think in the future.
What did he get for his trouble?
Yeah, right. But in the future, somebody went, you know what, that's a good idea. There's a couple of buildings in New York. You can probably do that too.
Ooh,
Too soon?
Fired.
Did you know that was 25 years ago now?
Coming up. Yep.
Quarter of a century ago. When do we get the bungee jump from the Twin Towers ride at the fair?
Oh,
It's coming.
boy, I think you're right.
Oh, you've seen the Titanic slide at the fair.
Oh,
Slide down the. Oh, you've never seen. Oh, yeah, they've got it's like the air slide. It's the Titanic deck, and you slide. When do we get the bungee jump off the Twin Tower at the fair? Because it'll be here.
Yeah. Here's the KGB umbrella gun. Or some people call it the umbrella gun.
Those who
Umbrella
call it the
gun.
wrong thing.
Umbrella gun.
It's an umbrella gun.
Mm-hmm. A deadly modified umbrella capable of firing a tiny poisoned ricin pellet used in 1978 to assassinate Bulgarian dissident Georgy Markov on a
I'll
crowded
bet it
bridge
killed more
in
people
London.
than just one.
I bet you're right.
I'll bet it killed many. Many, many people. Lots
But it
of
doesn't
people.
sound as sad when you say it like that.
It doesn't, because when you said that, I pictured this dark bridge.
Mm-hmm.
A dark bridge with like one lamp with just a little cone of light there and this fog wafting through, and he's standing
good
there.
for you.
Maybe
For some
smoking
reason,
a cigarette, and then somebody walks by.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
And he goes, "Ow, what was?" And then that's all he gets out as he falls over the railing of the bridge, and you hear the push. Yep.
Wait, hold on. There it is. Sorry. It's the best I could do.
No, you can't say. No one can say you didn't try.
No one can say it. I'm looking for the print up on this here Dragonfly. It's a camera, I do believe, if I recall. Shoot. Well, when in doubt, just zoom around, dummy. Hang on. I got too much going on here.
Is it a camera or a listening device?
That's what I can't remember. I knew, and then
I go with listening device.
Yeah, I think you're right. I want to get there.
Except much like the dumb silence in Get Smart, when you tried to listen back to the recordings, all you heard was
yeah, microphone. Yeah, and I think the microphone hangs down or something, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong.
Wow,
to get
look
it
at
away
that
from
dragonfly.
To get it away from the...
He's making all the lady dragonflies. Is he impressive.
Or mate, hold on. I don't know. Is this thing like on a display case? You see what I'm saying? Or is that it's a shotgun microphoning it down? Freaking dragonfly. Is that a flying microphone? No, I think that's just
happy to see you.
Yeah.
Don't get that and the rectal toolkit mixed up either.
No. Oh boy.
That would hurt. The wings. It's not so much going in; it's the wings coming out.
Right. It's like
bad idea.
Bad idea. Let's see if I have pictures of anything else here for you. Just checking here. Let's see. What am I missing?
No, just
You're thinking about pictures or
things,
something?
the things spies had to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you love America?
It sounds
or not?
exciting. I mean, the life of a spy sounds exciting.
Until they show you on your last day of training the rectal toolkit.
Right.
By then, you've already signed all the paperwork, and I mean, this is your gig now.
Who was it? Not the Greenbergs. What was their name? The
Rosen.
them.
Hold on.
These two.
Oh. What are their names?
Was it Rosenberg? Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I think it's Rosenberg.
Because they both they both assumed room temperature.
Recently, right?
Well, by recently you mean like 50 years ago.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought they lived a while.
What was their name? Is the Rosenberg the
I don't know. What you think? I'm going to eat some more sourdough toast here.
Spy Rosenberg? I should have paid more attention, but this is another. I spent 30 minutes trying to remember. I was right. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg.
When they die.
You're right. It was recently, June 19th, 1953.
Were they executed?
Yes.
Yeah,
They
okay, my bad.
they were Americans. They were a married couple. They were spying for the Soviet Union, which
Yeah.
I don't know if the Americans was based on them or not.
Oh, I think you might be right, actually. And I was thinking of the guy who, remember in the summer of 2001, just before 9/11 happened, remember that guy was spying for Russia and he got busted? He recently died. In the
I don't
park
remember
there.
him. Boy, he picked a fortunate time to get caught, didn't he? Because no one remembers his name.
Yeah, it was.
It's like Farrah Fawcett picked the wrong day to die.
Did she die on 9/11?
No, she died the same day Michael Jackson did. I was walking down the streets in Manhattan when and it was weird because it was one of those where you started hearing people talk about it around you on the street of New York. Michael Jackson's died. Michael Jackson's died.
That's
people
wild.
started saying it out loud. It was really bizarre.
Hey, Google for me something. Two things for me, real quick. Can you Google what day did Michael Jackson die?
2010, I can tell you that. It was summer 2010. Because it was sunny.
Well, I just want to know the date. I don't
Hang
need
on.
the weather.
I'll be dead. It was 2009. It was June 25th.
June 25th. Okay, now Google this. Google this. Mark Sanford, Appalachian Trail.
Wasn't he the governor?
He sure was. South Carolina.
The
What's the date? What's the date that he got vanished and doing business in South America?
June 2009.
Same time.
What did he?
I'm just
for
asking.
6 days in June 2009. It doesn't.
Disappeared.
Oh, he resurfaced June 24th, so -9 would be 15th.
Was it around the same time as the Michael Jackson thing?
What did I just say? I don't remember.
I don't know. I'm old and I can't remember anything for 5 minutes.
25th. So it was the day after Sanford got back that Michael died. So
so those were two big stories at the same news cycle, basically,
and
right?
you still don't remember Farrah Fawcett.
I didn't remember Farrah Fawcett, exactly. But I was at, you were in Manhattan for Jacko's death, and I was hanging out at Nana's. I remember the TV was on, like, the national news for both of those
Isn't that weird?
stories. I think I was moving, June 2009. Where the hell was I? Hell, I don't know.
Michael Jackson wasn't.
Oh, gosh. So,
Did you watch that? The was it a 6-part or a 5-part on Netflix? The
I
Michael
don't have
Jackson
time to watch
documentary.
shows that were originally aired 30 years ago, bro.
He, I don't know. I don't know. My
think
jury is out on him. Although it's
So you haven't decided if he diddled kids or not?
I don't know.
Huh, interesting.
Where's the evidence?
I don't follow it closely.
I know. I don't. And I worked with a woman who knew him personally, and she swore up and down. This is back in the late 80s. Because people were talking about how weird he was back then, and she said he didn't have a childhood, and he's trying to relive his childhood, and because the stuff he saw when he was on the bus with the Jackson 5.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was like, he had to listen to all that, but
Can you?
he had a replica of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in his backyard.
Oh,
It
no.
came up to his window. I'm like, that is really cool.
Wow. I want to read this to you, and you tell me
Yes.
what you think of this.
No. It's real.
To securely move spies through checkpoints without being seen, the CIA's Office of Technical Service created a realistic giant dog disguise concealment that fit entirely over a human agent. Hope you have that.
The TSA wouldn't be fooled by that.
I hope you have that pill up your backside because that one feels like you're going to get busted.
The TSA would come up and say, you know what, we're just going to do this. We're just going to, look, by rubbing the back of our fingers across your junk, we're going to be able to tell if you've got something really deadly in there.
Hang on a second.
What we do.
Will they do that for you whether it's an expensive international flight or just a puddle jumper across the state of Texas here? Like you're going to get that treatment either way?
If you ask.
Wow.
If you request it, I would.
Yeah,
think.
Please check me out here before I get on this.
Hey, see if I've got something deadly going on right here. See, look, you're just going to feel some pressure against your genitals, and that's just me checking for stuff.
Hold on a second. Is that a toolkit I'm feeling? Let's see here. What is this?
Checking for rectal toolkits.
In a surprisingly artistic twist of Cold War surveillance, the East German Ministry for State Security, the Stasi, formed an official writers group for its officers and informants to express their loyalty to the state through poetry. How stupid is that? Wow.
Why do you hate poetry?
Oh, Havana Syndrome. What do you think that is?
Havana is something.
It's the CIA messing with the CIA, or what do you think?
Do I think it's a weapon? Absolutely, it's a weapon.
Okay, but is the CIA using it on their own agents?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm no fan of the CIA.
But why? They are there for your protection. They are. Hang on a second. There's a video of it being used on a crowd of people. In street, and it is the weirdest damn thing. Is this it? Oh, that is it. Hang on a second. I will show it to you. It's weird. And then I'll show you the video. Here's the video, and this is.
Sonic. Pause it. Sonic Cannon, Belgrade, Serbia, March 15th. Okay, officials are denied. Sure.
Which means
they did it. Oh! How did I not see this, bro?
It's real. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's real.
Have you ever?
Wow, they say it's the equivalent of standing next to a rocket launch. Now, is that a Blue Origin that blows up or a SpaceX that goes?
Did all these people lose their hearing forever? You
know, don't know. Unsure, but they don't care if you do.
Let me go ahead. Keep talking. I got.
That's all I have to say about that.
Thank you, Forrest.
The bottom line is that the government loves you, wants you to be happy. Yeah. They're here to protect you. They're here to make sure that you live a long, successful, and healthy life.
Here's what I want to know. Here's what I want to know. How close of an ally is Bulgaria, and how do we know the CIA wasn't loaning that or testing it out over there? They're like, hey, who in the world right now has unrest that we can test this out on?
I don't think they asked. Yeah. And how small a suitcase does it fit in? Does that require a Ford F-150, or do you walk up with
what was
something smaller?
In Atlas Shrugged, what was that weapon called?
The World.
The World. No, that Tesla invented. I'm sorry, not Tesla, because the book wasn't based on him at all. The weapon thing. That's what I think of when I hear about the Havana Syndrome and stuff like that. Let's see. Oh my gosh, they took these dead rats, and they would listen to this.
Feed them to hobos and then put them on a plane, push them out.
Thank you. Gutted dead rats were regularly soaked in hot pepper sauce. to repel scavenging cats and deployed across Europe by the CIA as discreet dead drops for passing cash, film, and messages. I'm going to need more info on that
say
one.
that again.
I don't know.
Well, say it
Gutted
again.
dead rats.
Gutted dead
It's
rats.
called dead rat dead drops. Gutted dead rats were regularly soaked in hot pepper sauce to repel scavenging cats, so they didn't want the cats to eat them. So then they would deploy the rats across Europe.
Dead.
Yeah, but they would be discreet dead drops because no one's going to pick up a dead rat.
They'd stuff whatever was it. Okay,
but I mean that's a lot of trouble. They had to gut these dead rats, but they soaked them in hot pepper to keep the cats. Good Lord, man! Why not just design a fake rat?
Because,
I mean, that's a lot of work.
Well, it's going to stink. You want it to stink too, so people are repelled by it.
It's just weird. It's a lot of trouble. That's a.
Although what they do about the vultures, because the vultures are probably like,
yeah.
I'm gonna have some of that. I'll take a side helping of that too.
Maybe a side help. You don't think that would be like the main entree?
No, the hobo was the main entree.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're
That's
pecking
fair.
at the hobos.
I'm
eyeballs.
looking for. Apparently, I closed a tab. There was. Here he is. Look at this guy. Yeah, there's a pigeon with a camera around it. He's got a little backpack. That's a real bird. Yeah, but that's a real bird. If they're real, I mean. But I don't. How do you get the camera to go cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching while it's flying over sensitive areas?
Maybe it's on a timer.
Okay.
Maybe every time the pigeon, which is the same thing as a dove, maybe they trained him. That looks like a good picture right there. I think I'll take one now. And he pushes the shutter button with his little pigeon toe.
Oh, with his pigeon toe, not his wing? You think it's his toe?
Well, no, he's busy with his wings flapping, so his feet aren't doing anything.
Yeah,
So he
that's
uses
fair.
pigeon toes. He's like, okay, I'll just use this to take the picture with.
They had a sub-miniature camera hidden behind a jacket button.
I'm sorry, what is a sub-miniature? How much smaller than miniature is a sub-miniature?
I don't know. It's just called the CIA buttonhole camera. A sub-miniature camera hidden behind a jacket button. Agents could snap photos during meetings without anyone noticing. The lens peeked through a tiny door. Hey, your button's got a door on it, bro. What's up with that? And why do you keep adjusting in your seat? Are you sitting on something? Yeah, it's called.
One of the wives worked for. He was the heir to the Field Fortune, and he Interscope movies, Interscope Productions. That was his movie company. Anyway, his office in L.A. was on one of the high rises. She worked there at the front desk, and he was paranoid. I guess he still is, and this is back in the 80s. He had in the wallpaper a tiny camera mounted, like the end of a ballpoint pen, the button on a ballpoint pen. That's what you saw coming out of the wallpaper. Because I went up and I'm like, because she said, you're not supposed to know about this. So first thing I did when I went there was, where's this camera? And I went over and looked at it. It was in Marshall Field's office in L.A. On Wilshire, and it was the size of the end of a ballpoint pen. That was the lens coming through. You could see it. It was tiny. And so that was Spy Tech, obviously. Because that was 87.
Okay.
It was a different world back then.
Did you know that there was an underwater robotic fish used for covert surveillance and sampling in enemy waters? It looked and swam like a real fish. It was used by the CIA. It was called Charlie the Robot Fish.
That's because when they dumped a dead hobo in the water, people noticed it, but you didn't notice the fish.
So this is what I was talking about earlier. Why are we soaking these dead rats, in frickin' Tabasco sauce? They've got taxidermied rats, or fake dog poop. They would hollow it out to hide messages, film, or cash. Agents dropped them in alleys. Passerbys ignored the roadkill. Yep. Oh, the latex mask. We've showed that from that Jennifer Hudson show. Remember the former CIA
woman?
chick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The woman when the president acted like he didn't know.
I mean, once a spook, always a spook, George H.W.
He may have been the guy who pushed the tramp out the window in the airplane.
He was in Dallas.
Just look a little bit. Look down there. Yeah, go ahead.
Why was he in Dallas on November 22nd?
No new taxes.
Why was he in Dallas on November 22nd, 1963?
Somebody had to. do it.
That's kind of weird, don't you think?
No.
CIA?
No.
Okay.
No, nothing to see here.
I'm just seeing if we've missed anything really good here. We've done all.
You'll think no, the thing that you missed that was really good. You'll think of it in about 20 minutes, and that's when you'll yell it out.
And no one will hear it.
Oh, in space, no one can hear you scream.
I think we've covered all these good little deals. Oh, here we go. A Soviet engineer slipped the CIA blueprints for advanced fighter jets and radar.
Oh, hang on a second. Jonathan has a really good point here. If the CIA had the Havana syndrome, they would have used it on J6.
Because
I don't
that
think
was
so.
before J6.
I don't think they would have because they wanted to appear surprised by it. That would have shown preparation. They wanted to fake being surprised, even though they knew exactly what was going to happen.
I see.
That's,
here we go. Hold on. Hang on. There's a lot here. Soviet engineers slipped the CIA blueprints for advanced fighter jets and radar, saving the U.S. billions in research and development. He passed secrets in a Moscow grocery store parking lot for years. But listen to this. Oleg Gordievsky, the spy who saved the world. Now, this isn't even the second guy I was talking about earlier, missiles coming in. A top KGB colonel secretly working for MI6 when the Soviets thought NATO was about to nuke them in 1983. Gordievsky intel stopped a preemptive strike. Then came his daring car chase escape from Moscow. Damn, that sounds like fun.
what was the middle part again?
Gordievsky.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. We had some MI6 folk that were spying for the Soviets. They passed atomic secrets and betrayed agents for decades. Let's see. 5 British elites spied for the Soviets. They were inside MI6, but they were Soviet spies. Cambridge 5.
This. I can't believe I'd forgotten to... No. I wanted to just do...
Matchbox cameras.
No, this
Cigarette
is the,
case.
I've had this. Doggone it! Why are you doing this to me?
You're okay. You keep doing this. I got plenty, man.
I wanted this.
Just say the magic. Just say your safe word, and then I'll know your screen's ready to go. And I'll just keep going until then. How about the Russian pilot who defected with a Mach 2, 2.3 with 2.3, a MiG-29 Fulcrum fighter jet? He drugged his squadron mates with sedative-laced cake, and then he took off. And anyway, he was a Soviet Air Force captain, Alexander Zuyev. What year was this? Hang on. This was 1989. And anyway, we got some good information on that. He landed in Turkey. I forgot if they shot him.
How many of them did he kill?
Well, he landed in Turkey, and Turkey wanted to send it back to Russia, the a-holes. And so we were able to get some good information off of it before they sent it back to Russia, just so you know. And then I've got 2 more quick things here in just a second. What do you got here?
That was the you talked about dead drops. That was the thing that I couldn't remember. It was the dead drop bolt. It was hollowed out inside, and that's where they would slide their little secret messages. And
so hold on, was it like on really tiny piece of paper with tiny
like
writing?
microfiche.
Okay, but now I mean I'm out in the field. I'm like, what do I have to go to a library now and find a microfilm reader? I mean, come on, that's ridiculous.
Maybe they just wrote really small,
okay,
and then used a magnifying glass.
I see.
Look, do you love America or not?
Right, that's a fair question. Oh, did you hear about this is completely not connected to anything. Did you hear about the British soldiers being exposed for fathering children in Kenya and leaving them behind? Thanks to commercial DNA databases, we now know that near a base there in Kenya for years.
War is stressful.
I was going to say, it's got to be...
War
so
is
anyway,
stressful.
they're now British citizens because of the DNA test.
and you've got to,
It's funny.
Wait a second. That's okay. Here's the answer to your
what?
stupid question.
What was my stupid? I don't ask stupid questions. Nah, that's not fair. I do.
Damn it! Why is it doing that?
It hates you.
It keeps telling me that. I don't know why. Instead of just showing it, it's telling me I've got to save it and then show it.
Wow, that's
stupid.
aggravating as hell.
It really is because it's the only time it's been doing this to me. And in 3, 2, and 1, there you go. You talked about there's your little photographic setup to take pictures of documents. You'd lay them there on the table.
Okay.
And then the camera.
But you got to be You gotta what? You carry that around in your ass, or how are we doing this?
Do you love America or not?
Fair question. Okay, before we go, this story is recently. This is just within the last week. The CIA. You remember the guy who was caught with $40 million in gold bars? CIA officer. Remember that? You didn't hear that?
I think.
So he allegedly invented an entire fake top secret spy program to steal the money. So David Rush allegedly built a sham. This is how you know your government's too big, y'all. So David Rush allegedly built a sham special access program, the blackest box in U.S. intelligence. So secret, even top clearance officials couldn't look inside without authorization. The fake program posed as continuity of government work, the doomsday planning that keeps Washington running after a nuclear war. He allegedly read in two colleagues as unwitting accomplices and used a made-up government contract to funnel millions, persuading a defense contractor to buy huge amounts of gold. So the FBI raided his home, seized 303 gold bars worth roughly $40 million. Wait, do the math.
A lot.
Yeah, $2 million in cash, 35 luxury watches. Ooh, he had an Achilles. Investigators say he lied about his college degree.
What?
This is the thing. Boy, they really do a good job of vetting for the CIA, am I right? He lied about his college degrees, faked being a Navy pilot, and still sailed through the CIA's notoriously brutal vetting. A judge ordered him held as a flight risk, and several CIA officials are now on leave as the probe widens.
Nothing. You don't want that to happen with the little butt kit. You
No.
don't want it widening.
No, you do not want that. So, I mean, our government's too big. Our agencies are too big. These programs are too big.
That butt kit
Everything's
was too
off
big.
book. The butt kit is way too big. I mean, it is. Whew. Anyway, you gotta love it. So, Brad Staggs, I don't know when I will get to play with you again on here, but
When will I see you again?
I know you and I are going to be like ships in the night going forward. So I'll miss you. Until
All
you
wet
return.
and floating, like the hobo. I don't want to be dead in the Thames.
No follow up. No follow up. Seriously though, we gotta. I'm gonna have nightmares about the toolkit, bro. Thank you, Born Genius, and for always putting this stuff up here at the Mike Show. You can follow that on X.
She's awesome.
I don't do a lot over there on at the Mike Show, but you can follow it because one day maybe I will again. Yes, she is awesome. She takes care of all this stuff, book stuff, and all these handles. There's Jeffy Apologist, Gabby, who is incredible. I absolutely adore what she does for me. She's such an awesome person. ATMshow.com. Thank you, Gabby. Real Brad Staggs, of course.
She's nicer than anyone should be.
I know. Like, why are people nice?
I don't get it.
I don't either.
They're young.
Let's see. Yeah,
Life
all
hadn't
of
kicked
you.
him in the balls enough times.
Okay.
Eventually.
Let's see. Okay, hang on. I'm just trying to catch up here. Let's see. Come back same time tomorrow. Look at that. Look at this. She's previewing my show tomorrow. The deep dive into JFK, the assassination there.
One day you wake up and you're a hobo getting pushed out of an airplane.
So we're celebrating America's 250th birthday. I feel like it would be more appropriate to 37 plus 26. Do the math for me. What's that, like 63?
Sure.
63-ish?
Absolutely.
I feel like, because our country really started over on 11/22/63, so why are we doing 250? Just saying.
It doesn't feel like we're coming up on a birthday either, really. Not like it did in 76. How old were you in 76?
On July 4th of 1976, I was 0 years old. I was like a couple months.
Wow. Because it was 76, let me just tell you, you felt it was patriotic. We had the
even
fire
after
hydrants.
Watergate, huh?
We had the fire hydrants all painted red, white, and blue. I mean, there was a definite vibe, and it is not there 50 years later. I'm barely here 50 years later, but
How old were you in 76, may I ask?
12. Sixth grade.
Wow.
I know, and it was a different time. I think I don't know if the percentage went up or if just the sheer number of dicks went up in the country.
Well, it could be the fact that nobody that's immigrated here in the last 15 years is loyal to the country. Anyway, could have something to do with it. I don't know. All right, so I appreciate you, Brad Staggs. Go follow him. Thank you all for hanging out here, and we will see you.
But don't try to follow me into the motel because that gets weird.
22 hours from now.
Unless you're hot.
Oh, like you don't want to be followed into the
Right.
motel.
There's
All right,
that.
stop it. Okay.